Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.
We're about to hit the big pause button on the tropics right now because there's a large area of dust that's been created and formed over the African continent that's moving over the central Atlantic right now. And you can easily see it. I don't have the dust layer turned on. I'll show you that in just a second. But when we just look at the satellite, notice the area where we don't have a lot of clouds, where we don't have a lot of thunderstorms. And that's in this giant pocket right here, where things are very sunny and very calm right now for hundreds and thousands of miles, which is pretty remarkable. So what is it? It's this area of dust. We've been watching it for the last week, and this is typical. There can be little layers and little chunks of dust that do blow over from the African continent and into the Atlantic, but this one is a lot more pronounced, and it's a lot more really widespread and intense. It's very thick too. So what we're talking about, we're not talking about sand, we're talking about basically dust in the mid-levels and the high levels of the atmosphere, about the same levels of where our clouds and thunderstorms are, so about 5,000 feet to about 20,000 feet up. So that's where we're talking. Now, what dust does, it inhibits tropical development. So we're going to see things stay very quiet for a long time as long as this dust layer continues to spread over the tropical parts of the Atlantic. Eventually, it's moving into Florida, and we could see some of that swing into our area. One thing it can do, especially for the Gulf of Mexico, maybe even for us too, it will help to create more algae blooms and red tide, and also extra red and more brilliant sunsets. This is the closest camera I could find to where the dust is. This is in Puerto Rico. There are some low-level clouds, but you notice behind this banner here, this area of light, this haze, that's all the dust in the atmosphere. So it's basically shutting down and blocking their sky. Look at how gloomy it looks there right now without any rain in their forecast. Kind of interesting. So we'll watch and we'll keep an eye on that to see where it travels into the next week ahead. I'll let you know on that. But it won't cause any major concerns. For tonight, we have one little area of rain that's moving across the Outer Banks right now. Otherwise, we're looking fairly dry. We had some showers and storms earlier, but things are starting to dry out and starting to stabilize in the atmosphere. 73 degrees in Currituck, you just had some rainfall. 77 degrees Virginia Beach, 82 in Suffolk, 82 degrees in Newport News. It's a nice evening. It's going to be hot tomorrow, though. 86 for the Outer Banks, 89 Currituck, 91 in Elizabeth City, 91 degrees also in Portsmouth and Chesapeake. We could see a few afternoon storms, too, developing around 2 p.m. 88 in Gloucester, 88 degrees in Smithfield. Here's a look at our future track for our day tomorrow. We're looking at dry weather tonight. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., partly cloudy skies. The wind will be out of the south tomorrow. Here's the thunderstorms at 2 o'clock starting to pop up. They become a bit more widespread into the afternoon, maybe even more coverage than what we had today. There's a chance you could also see some rain for the eastern shore, and I know you need that. For our area and for the Hampton Road cities, we're looking forward to the rain lasting until about sunset, and then after that, more than likely the rain will wrap up and we'll be looking at dry weather for Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be really hot, 93 with heat indices close to 100 that day. The heat index will be close to 95 degrees tomorrow. Showers and storms also possible Wednesday and Thursday next week.